they're gonna go. Oh, Grant's up there. It's waiting for you. I was like, where is this going? Welcome back, guys. Welcome to Be For Real. It's a new week, new day, new show. We're excited. New panelists. We got two. I believe it's both of your first times.
Yep. I haven't even seen this show.
Wow. Cut it, end it. It's we're going home. You have to watch. You gotta watch every single episode.
Watch every episode.
But I've heard such great things about it.
It's not episodic. Like we build off each other. You're not caught up.
We've kicked people off before.
Okay. If you see me gone in like 15 minutes, you'll know why.
We'll edit it out. We'll crop it.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear the voice.
It's like a clip, it like cuts, and we're just like not here.
You're just gonna hear like a censored bar, right?
You'll know.
Yeah. I just imagine it's like you don't even hear the voice. You don't see the name. Like it looks like they're four people, and then Riley's gone. It's just white.
Yeah.
Riley there's gone. It's just the background. Like the
South Park
there.
with Muhammad, just like censored.
Just gone. It's done. You don't hear anything. You don't know anything. Either way. But welcome back. Like I said, got a great panel. Got some new guests. I'm so happy you guys got to join. Riley, far right, on a short line today after saying she hasn't watched the show. Oh. And Katie's here in the middle. Thank you guys for joining. By the way, I got Kaden. You know Kaden. Introduce him. Love him. Original. Stays on. But yeah, we know him by now. But as always, we're starting with some hot takes. And does anyone want to volunteer? One of you guys? No?
Do we write it on the board?
You can write it on the board. You can share it. You can do anything.
I'm not going to write it.
I can go first if you want me to.
Perfect.
We need to abolish our democracy and elect a king instead, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. Trump, 10 out of 10. Biden, 10 out of 10. Bush, Obama, all of them. Bill Clinton, amazing political figures. I have no notes for any of them, okay? However, that's not true, okay? And I don't want to talk about the issues of democracy. I want to talk more about the positives of us having a king, okay? The vibe would be really cool. So I think what we would do is we'd elect some figurehead that no one dislikes. I think Steph Curry would be my first pitch.
Oh, that's ironic.
So Steph Curry could be the king. Why is that ironic? Oh, yeah. Well, you can transition that over. But Steph Curry could be our king. Well, all we would do is we'd have to sit down, we'd lock in with the Constitution a little bit, and we'd be like, hey, we're going to kill you if you corruptly use this money. We'll still have federal taxes, and we'll still have all those policies and stuff. He'll still have his cabinet, and then we'll still have state government, but no president, just a king, and it's just like Queen Elizabeth and like all the royal family, and it's like a really cool vibe, you know, like People Magazine and like Us or whatever is covering it all. We'd have that too. We'd have like a really cool king that everyone loves, that's like really fun. We'd have like princes and princesses and royal weddings, which is kind of sick, and everyone would love it, and it would be so fun, and that we would just do that instead of a president. So instead of like election season and like debates and like two parties, we would have like royal weddings and stuff like that instead.
So then do you just elect like a new...
Every 12 years there's a new...
So are we England?
Okay.
Wait, then that doesn't like make sense.
Why doesn't it make sense?
Because like I feel like kings, like it has to be like the son is like becomes
well, it's
the
not
next.
an absolute. It's not an absolute monarchy. It's more so just for like 12 years you're just the king. Like I think we just gotta lean into it. Yeah.
Okay, and would this add anything to the government besides cool vibes?
It would take away bad vibes, is what.
Oh, okay.
Add cool vibes. Yeah.
So it doesn't like help the actual government. It just helps like America's like aura.
It's exactly yes. Okay. There we go.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's farming.
Is there still going to be a separation of powers? Is it all king, all power?
There's no more Congress and no more Senate.
So it's just only the king has all the power.
Steph Curry, or no, I mostly want to talk about who should be king. I think that's the best. Yeah, it should be the king or queen and their cabinet. So to be like, you know, like they can elect, hey, in charge of the treasury or whatever, in charge of like defense.
This is literally just the executive branch.
We'll still have the executive branch, no more judicial, no more legislative, and still have state government and stuff. And we would just have a king instead, a figurehead.
So you're really just putting a figurehead on it.
Yeah, exactly. We're just adding just a figurehead. I think, think about the Eagles just won a Super Bowl with Nick Sirianni, who's just a figurehead. And the Eagles basically believe, their philosophy is a general manager should be in charge of personnel, get an offensive genius to deal with the offense, a defensive genius to deal with the defense, and a head coach just gets in the way. Let's just get a head coach that's just a figurehead that just shakes hands and gives locker room speeches and press conferences, and that would be better, and it worked beautifully. I think that's what we would do. Just get experts in like defense and money management, what is it called, environment and food. Get experts in those things that aren't seeking higher power because there isn't a presidency to chase that makes everyone suck into a two-party system that ruins everything. You'd have a figurehead, have those experts, we run the Eagles personnel basically as our politics. Yeah.
So
democracy, get a king.
I don't know if I'm missing something, but are we just replacing the president with a king?
Yeah, that's essentially it. You're like bonifying or like not even emphasizing. You're just But I guess
they
beautifying
don't
is the
have-
best word. Like, you're just beautifying.
They don't, like, how Queen Elizabeth doesn't have, like, power. They don't have, like, power, though. Like, they can't go to the environment person and be like...
They're just like the face of America.
Yeah, they can't...
But like don't actually make decisions.
Yeah, I'm not trying to throw straight. They can't fire a bunch of people and stuff. You know, they can't do stuff like that. You know, they're just the face of America. They're just a
Okay.
figurehead.
Who
Yeah.
do you think would be the face of America?
That's what I'm less want to talk about the politics. More so, like, who would y'all think?
Elon Musk.
No, it's gotta be
Musk is
someone
the
that
face?
I'm just
it's gotta be
kidding.
someone that no one would disagree with. You know,
Oh, no one.
That's
just that-
impossible.
Steph Curry.
in this
Steph Curry
day and
would be
age.
up
Steph
there.
Curry is, like, probably
Saquon
the
Barkley,
most-
you mean-
That's just random.
No, because like I feel like it's someone that no one hates. Like no one that I know
someone
of
that
hates
no one
Steph
hates.
Curry.
Cavaliers fans
Yeah.
hate him.
No, but that's
Yeah, but the
something
Cleveland is like so tiny. Like,
it's
not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. LeBron would
No
go
offense
against
to
it.
Cleveland for those watchers that are
yeah.
out there. You know,
Oh my
we
Maybe
still love you.
Jared McCain.
No,
Jared McCain is
He
too-
has haters.
You gotta think
I
of
don't
someone
hate
that's like a perfect candidate for this would have been Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
I
would have been-
love Michael
him.
Jackson.
He had some things.
Yeah, he
had
was
issues,
controversial.
but like to the point, like we brought this up last time. There were people that did bad things that would protect him, wouldn't even like try to kill him. A drug dealer shut down a whole country and all of his drug trafficking just so Michael could come in and perform at like it was like in Brazil. So I think just the
I
love.
didn't know that. That's really interesting.
Yeah, so like the love he has, he gave him protection, and he was like a drug dealer that was like illegal in this whole thing. There's a whole story
He
in
doesn't have
Brazil.
He doesn't have the name recognition, but if he could give a couple speeches, Dan Campbell would be sick.
Dan.
I want to get
That's
outside of
fair.
athletes though. I need.
Yeah, I'm trying to-
you're-
I'm trying to think of like
I need some
celebrities.
popcorn.
Sabrina?
Yeah.
Dua Lipa.
Who's an actor that
Ed
everyone
Sheeran.
likes?
An actor.
Tom Hanks.
Ed
Tom
Sheeran.
Hanks.
No, The Rock. The Rock.
Tom Holland, but Tom
The
Holland's
Rock.
British.
Tom Hanks. I love Tom
Zendaya?
Hanks.
No, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Who
Honestly?
hates The Rock? Who's like
A lot of people hate him.
I feel like he
Kevin
doesn't
Hart.
get- I don't think he like resonates
heard
well
of
with
it.
the female population.
Okay.
He's not quite as
You're-
gendered.
okay.
He is like, as far as recognition, he's not quite as gendered.
Zendaya is a good.
I feel like
Yeah.
Zendaya would.
Yeah,
be
she's a
decent.
very likable person.
King Zendaya.
King-
King Zendaya.
Yeah, Queen. Go Queen.
King Zendaya.
Oh my
I'm trying to think. I don't know who else would be there because I'm trying to think of like actors, but
Yeah, I feel like everyone has their like really loyal fan base, and then they're like people that just like absolutely hate them for no reason.
yeah, like the first names would be like Taylor Swift and all, but Taylor Swift's not there. Timothy Chalamet.
No, Chalamet's I think a little too boring for me. Like he's
No?
not. He
He
doesn't
is
have that like.
not boring
know
for us.
Timothy
like-
Chalamet
but,
is.
like, yeah, of course. He doesn't have that like iconic nature that like Zendaya has to him. You know.
Not yet.
You
but I
hear
feel like
that?
he's getting there.
You haven't seen
He's
his digital
really
footprint?
He's a very good actor, and he's so funny.
He has a
And he's humble. He's like hardworking
Yeah.
and humble.
Charismatic. He's cool. You think Chalamet? King Chalamet?
King Chalamet has a sick.
Chalamet.
That is a
That is
great
King
name.
Chalamet does
And
something
he
good.
played
He played a king.
Yeah,
He's
did.
played a king before.
He has past experience.
And you know, everyone would just be like Lisan Al Gaib or whatever from Dune.
And he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So he's like I thought he was like French, but apparently he's like actually like
Yeah,
born and
Chalamet
raised
sounds-
Brooklyn.
He is
Yeah,
French,
yeah,
but I
he's
think he
from
was
New
born in.
Yeah, so he's born in the U.S.
So-
So it counts. It's there.
Yeah.
That's all that
I'm talking
matters.
about King Chalamet.
Okay,
All right.
King
Well,
Chalamet?
yeah, King Chalamet. There it is.
I
King
li-
Chalamet
like
for
that.
2028.
Yeah. Well, 2027. We'll do it a little early.
Oh, okay.
We'll just cut it off. We're just be done.
yeah.
I don't like that.
Forget the 4-year rule.
Yeah,
Just
we
whenever
don't.
we want.
It'll be King Shao. King Shao.
It's King Shao.
So bad.
Please. Chalamet
Right.
like is a very king name.
I like it.
It's strong. Chalamet.
I like it.
And like fancy at the same time. But
Chalamet.
Good.
all right. Which one of you want to go?
Okay, I can go.
You guys both have your boards flipped, so I'm excited to
Yeah.
hear this.
Okay, my hot take
I'm so excited.
is that men should not be allowed to wear jeans.
Oh my gosh. I was looking around. I was like, "Are you wearing jeans?" I'm not. I'm wearing.
I was really scared that one of y'all was gonna be wearing.
That would have
jeans,
been funny.
And then I was gonna feel bad.
That would have been funny.
But I don't feel bad.
This is a great take.
Grant might be wearing jeans back then.
No, he's not wearing jeans. I
Grant,
checked.
Grant, are you wearing
He's
jeans?
wearing like athletic shorts.
Okay.
Trust, I knew. I just think, personally, I think there is always a better option. If you want to wear something nicer than sweatpants, wear some khakis. Don't wear jeans. If you're riding a horse, maybe wear jeans. But if you're not riding a horse, don't wear jeans.
Unless you're country.
It's that simple.
Yeah, there's like a really country niche, I feel like, where it's okay. But besides, I completely agree with you. Yeah. I mean, like, they're uncomfortable. They take effort to become comfortable. You gotta wear them a lot of times to break into them. And like, no clothes should be like that. Like, you shouldn't have to break into clothes. And then, like, exactly like you said, like, sweatpants and khakis hits everything that a man needs in terms of like the spectrum of clothing, you know?
But
yeah, of casual to
Why?
sophisticated.
What's with jeans? Like, I'm not a big fan of jeans. I'd much rather wear like khakis if I had to wear pants.
I don't know. Just something about like men wearing jeans. I
It's just an
can't,
ick.
And it's just an ick. I can't get behind it. Like
So-
my friend went to lunch with this guy, and she came back, and she was like, his outfit was so good, and we were like, what was he wearing? And she was like, jeans and boots. And like half of my friends were like, oh my gosh, that is like the most like ickiest thing ever that a guy could wear. And the other half were like, that's amazing.
So if a man walks by on a rainy day, I'm gonna go back to last week, and he's wearing jeans and holding an umbrella, half this panel is out on them.
That's disgusting. Absolutely.
Half of them are sitting there going, you have the worst fashion taste ever.
Yes, yes. Like,
not the, like,
you're gay. That's exactly, yeah.
Wait, did you say umbrella?
yeah.
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 Wait, is it an umbrella an ick for you guys?
Man, this is, my take was going to be.
He thinks that too.
My hot take was going to be.
I don't really like think it that much.
I mean, honestly, guys just need to tough it out.
Whoa, hold on.
My hot take was going to be that.
No, that is.
My hot take was going to be all icks are valid. Like, that was going to be what I was going to say and stuff. Because I think attraction is weird inherently. And every attraction thing is weird.
Do you think that like an umbrella is less manly for a guy?
Wait,
In a way.
oh, like it makes the
agree.
guy seem less manly if they're holding an
looks
umbrella?
weird.
Yeah. It just looks like if they're walking and holding an umbrella,
I mean, I like.
not like skipping, like
I
they're just like holding it and
personally,
walking.
like, I never really thought
Mary
much about it
Poppins.
until this like became a debate because of like Clemson chicks or whatever.
yeah.
Like I never really thought of it, and now that I think of it, I'm like, I don't know. I don't have strong opinions. I feel like it's.
I mean,
more
like, no,
manly
if
to
I
not
see
have an umbrella, but I would never be like, oh my gosh, that's like
Yeah, like
Ever
if,
since
such a big ick. They have
if
an
I see a
umbrella.
guy with using an umbrella, I'm not gonna be like, ew.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, oh, okay.
Ever since I was a little kid.
But you don't want to
always-
talk to him.
I don't know. Maybe like
No, I'd
maybe
talk to
first
him,
grade,
okay.
someone made fun of it. I don't know. But ever since I was a little kid, every time I saw someone with an umbrella, like a guy with an umbrella, I just like in the car, maybe like in the like side of the door, I'll always be like, really? Like, ugh. And then I saw that in Clemson Chicks, or Drew told me about it, and I was like, that's a thing. So that's not just me. And I felt so heard. I felt so represented. So now I am writing that. Like I'm like, yes, that's
Okay.
Yeah, but Drew was with me where it's like it doesn't matter what they use, they're trying to stay dry.
Yeah, it's just.
That's it.
Yeah, no, it's a utility item. That's what it's a utility
Can,
item.
can
like a
guys
car.
wear rain
Yeah,
jackets?
it's exactly what I said.
I said
that
they can't
the
be like
same?
yellow ponchos. They gotta be like stylish.
Okay. Okay.
Like a yellow
Okay,
poncho.
so what if a guy walks out with a
Yellow
stylish
poncho.
umbrella?
A stylish umbrella, like a bedazzled umbrella, you know, like sequins umbrella.
Wow, what?
It's the same thing. It's
That's
the same.
awful.
Yeah.
That is insane. Just like a regular umbrella, and you're like, nah, it's weird, it's ill.
I mean, a regular umbrella.
I don't use an umbrella that much.
Black
I'll usually
umbrella.
use my raincoat, but that's just because a raincoat's more useful to me. It covers my entire
You know
body.
what?
When I use an umbrella,
Yeah.
there's rain that still hits
Umbrellas
me.
are low key
Yeah.
trash.
And if it's
called
like
an
windy
umbrella.
and then
Yeah.
it blows up.
And it like breaks.
Yeah.
The fact that it's called an umbrella, like in Spanish, is like feminine. So umbrella is like for girls. Maybe that's what it is, you know?
Well,
like if it was
oud
called an
is A.
umbrella, if it was an umbrella, maybe it would
Wait, yeah, that does sound
yeah.
more.
Yeah, I brought my umbrella. yeah, that makes
Oh
way
my
better
gosh.
sense. Yeah.
Umbrella. Umbrella is insane.
But yeah, jeans. Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, back to jeans.
Yeah, my bad. We went on a tangent because now I'm like, last week I at
We're
least
just gonna
had
talk
Will.
about all manics ever now.
Last week
We should
Will.
have a manic segment.
Manic segment is insane. There should be no icks ever. Everyone has their own choice. Everyone can dress whatever they want and use whatever they
People,
want. to an
Except
extent.
for
girls get icked out way too easily, and it's really annoying.
You just said umbrellas ick you.
No, I didn't. No, I
That's a good
didn't.
example of that. But
I didn't call it an ick. I was just like,
Can I be?
I respect it though. You can't be mad at someone for having an ick. Like,
yeah, but it's
there's
just like
certain icks.
if
that,
it's
like,
something
no,
like
I'm
real
not upset,
stupid,
I'm just
stop.
more shocked. Yeah.
It's like those reels where you see where like they'll be like showing ick and the guy has like a notes app, will score like 550 things and stuff. Yeah. It's like don't like love your mom, don't have a bad relationship with your mom. It's like that's like two women to be like a bunch of stuff.
No,
But
a guy will like take a step the wrong way, and they'll be like, ew, that's an ick.
Yeah.
Like
That's crazy.
Shut up.
Can I be for real with you guys?
Oh, that's a
Why
good
not?
one.
I
Be real.
kind
Be for real.
of I kind of share that sentiment. I get icked out really easily.
Well,
I don't know.
There are things that are definitely icky.
Very-
like
Yeah, there's definitely some
It's one
things,
of
but
the
not
most
every
feminine
single
things
thing a
about
guy does.
Yeah.
Which,
I don't know.
because at that point you're just saying guys are ick
yeah.
or girls are ick, but you also don't have to share it.
And you post it. It's funny. Interesting. Yeah, interesting to see.
That's insane.
But yeah, like a girl will say like she'll say like I don't know. She'll say like I fear sometimes, and I'm like never mind.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I fear we've been here for 6 hours. I'm like, oh, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
I fear the
I should have
relationship
said
is
that
over.
last
I
night.
fear-
Yeah, just like, something like that. Like,
I fear you guys have been here since the start of the Lakers
that's
Mavs game.
Genuinely, that's happened. Like that's There's a few things.
Kaden's gonna answer. I fear this relationship is over.
I
I'm done.
fear.
This is
I
over.
fear we're done. Yeah.
All right, Riley, you wanna go ahead?
Let's go. We have 45 more minutes.
So, I'm I'm very high on Trae Young, and I'm not talking about the prime Warriors. I'm not talking about 2016, 2017. But if Trae and Steph switch teams right now, Steph would not do anything more than Trae is doing to the Hawks right now. He would not boost that team any farther. And if Trae was on the Warriors, it would be the exact same thing.
Now, if you want to give a little context before you show that,
Of course.
if you want to give a little context to who you root for.
The Atlanta Hawks.
So this is coming from a Hawks fan.
That's not delusional.
It's delusional.
That's not delusional.
It semi makes sense.
I'm talking about in 2025.
In 2025, when you have a 36-year-old Steph
It's
versus
still Steph.
Fine. I'd rather
versus
give Trae
what
Young-
26.
26, 10-year difference. Steph might be putting up slightly less numbers in the assist margin.
Steph is not falling off that far off.
I'd
from his
rather
prime.
give
Then I don't
a
think-
5-year contract to Trae Young right now than Steph. I'd rather give a 4-year contract to Steph Curry right now than Trae Young. I think. Like, absolutely. Like, he's what you said he's 36?
He's 36.
Yeah, 4-year deal to Steph Curry over Trae Young, worth whatever he needs to have and stuff. But like
Because of his reputation. Because Steph has won 4 rings with a fantastic Warriors
Watch him
team,
play
and Trae has played with 0 All-Stars. He's played with 0 All-Stars, and he's made an Eastern Conference Finals. He's almost made the finals. He's made multiple first rounds. He almost beat the Celtics in 7 in the first round a couple years ago.
There could also be an argument that players want to play with superstars, and Steph is a much bigger superstar than Trae.
Yeah, because
which means he drives in more talent.
Yeah, because of his resume that Trae hasn't been able to.
Which is true.
In every sport, there's this example, but in basketball, this is the most the case. Okay, there's like Luka, what's it called, Nikola Jokic's and like Steph Curry's and like LeBron James's. Okay, there's and Dirk Nowitzki. I'll throw him in there. He won a ship. And then there's like Carmelo Anthony's, Allen Iverson's, James Harden's, Trae Young's. There's guys that put up amazing stats and can score so well and so fluidly. But there's just some teams, people have a sense of just like in the last 8, 6, 4, 2 minutes of a game, they have this takeover mentality, and they also have this facilitation ability to always understand the hot hand and know how to make the game flow better. And it just leads to better game outcomes in their favor, and they win championships and go on playoff runs. Trae doesn't have that gene.
Trae is leading the league this year in clutch points.
That's not, but you're still giving like statistics. I'm talking about when the game.
Yeah, but like De'Aaron did that with Sacramento like 2 years ago. He won Clutch Player of the Year, and so it's not like you really.
I'm not talking about just clutch gene.
I'm talking like there's a case of like you see so much team success from this group of players and so much from this group of players. There's a point where you got to go like basketball is a lot about momentum and getting runs and facilitating and finding the hot hand and figuring out where the momentum is at and how to take it for yourself and also how to find in other people. Trae Young doesn't have that gene or DNA that Steph Curry has.
Give Trae Young, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Iguodala, and Kevin Durant, and he's winning a championship as well.
Are you talking about right now, though, or are you talking about in their prime? Because if that case, then you put
in their
prime
prime.
Steph
If you
over
draw
on
that team, they also win a championship.
But then you also got to say,
if you give Mario Chalmers that team, they win a championship. I don't think, yeah, sure, like yeah. I mean,
I think you also have to though put like Steph was arguably robbed of a finals with Iguodala. It should have been Steph, arguably.
Yeah.
In that first finals, the
MVP.
15. But on top of that, if you're giving
LeBron,
Trae, well, yeah, LeBron could have also won it on the loss. But if you gave Trae all prime of Steph Curry's teammates, then you'd have to put Steph back in his prime for Atlanta. To be fair.
He wouldn't be doing that much with Atlanta.
In that case, I think Steph will do a lot more than what Trae's doing.
Steph would do a lot more than what Trae would do. Steph would, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Prime Steph over.
Prime Steph over Trae right now.
I don't think Trae's hit his prime.
I can agree with that because primes are usually around 27 is when they start. I can agree that Trae has a little bit more to unlock. I think he's hit most of his prime. Not most of his prime. He's like hit almost to his prime.
He's gone up each year in his assists per game. He's gone from like 8, 9, 10, 11. He's at like 11 point something now.
His usage rate has gone up every year too, and that usually correlates with each other.
And it's just insane because I'm like, I don't see it. Like,
I don't see it.
You're saying that if Steph changes, only Steph will have worse numbers in Atlanta. Are you saying Trae would have better numbers than Steph right now in Golden State?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you were to trade him.
Yeah.
Trae Young,
Their record
Trae Young on that Golden State team.
Their record would be the same.
That's crazy.
I believe they both will be worse on the other team. I think they're made so well for their teams right now that if you were to trade them, they would both have worse statistics.
Trey's best possible career path is with a crap team where he just is ball dominant. Like that, he's in his best possible path. Yeah.
The whole ball dominant thing, I just don't understand what you're talking about.
Trey gives me
Ball
more
dominant,
kick
he's
than
not ball
Okay,
dominant.
4 minutes on voice memos. Ball dominant. Ball dominant in a complimentary way in some ways, but then in terms of the playoffs and
He is
it's
beyond ball dominant.
he is beyond ball dominant.
No, just like not.
He is. He's a ball dominant player. We talk about this so many.
Do you have anything to add?
Well, I mean, I personally love the NBA, so I know a lot, and I have a lot to add, but I wouldn't want to put y'all to shame with your knowledge, so I'm just going to leave it as
I
is.
just saw you sitting there observing. I'm like, we haven't heard from you. And I was like, do you want to add anything into this? Because we could go on for this for a while, and we can continue this on later.
Yeah. I think
Because I do have another hot take to give you, but I think that will be saved afterwards.
Like after.
I mean, I can share it now, and we can
drop
debate it.
You should- yeah, you should drop it.
I think Cade Cunningham right now is better than Trey.
Yeah.
I
I'd
do.
rather have Cade.
I'd much rather have Cade.
That's bad.
Now, that's just other side. Height goes into it, the way he's playing, who he's playing with, how it's all going. Like that kind of goes into me. Like if I wanted to pick a point guard right now for the future, it'd
And
be
rotate defensively, length. You know, if I'm a college, if I'm an NBA coach, I'm not like, yes, I get a game plan against Trae Young.
Trey's been so diminished by the media because he's in such a crappy position with Atlanta, and he's been in a crappy position all his career. So the media just doesn't see him, doesn't see what he's doing. So like none of y'all, if you're not an Atlanta fan, you're not gonna know what he really does.
Yeah, and it's like I agree with that. I think he is like a little. He's not even a little. He's definitely underappreciated. Not many people give him credit for what he does. I just don't think.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's gonna be like if you trade him and Steph. I don't think he's gonna do better with Golden State than Steph is right now, and I don't think
Not
Steph
better, same.
the same. I don't even think he'll do the same with Steph. Steph's off-ball movement is absolutely insane, and Trey has good off-ball movement. Steph is on a whole nother level, and he's been on a whole nother level for years, in my opinion. And I think that Steph going to Atlanta also won't be the same because right now at 36, Steph needs a co-star, and Jimmy's been that perfect mix, and Draymond's been the good 3 option.
I forgot that Trey would get Jimmy.
Trey would get Jimmy. He'd get Jimmy, Dre, and Pods.
The last thing I'll say, like, I just think like when there's 4 minutes left, just like when you go against like Patrick Mahomes or something like that, and you're like, crap, they're gonna score here. When there's 4 minutes left in the game and you're up by like 12, okay, and Trey makes a 3 versus Steph makes a 3, the sense of like, oh crap, they're gonna come back.
Ask
it's
France.
so much stronger with Curry than it is with Trey Young. Like,
Because
it's
he
like,
has a better
it's like, oh my God,
team.
he's gonna win.
No, because
I'm
Curry's
talking about,
that
like, I'm just talking about Curry's ability to just win. It's like right. I'm not gonna say what I
Let me
just
ask-
said.
I literally just talked about clutch.
I do want to ask you this real quick, and then we'll switch over because we've been on the phone.
Yeah.
If you put Trey on the U.S. team in the Olympics and Steph, do you think Trey's taking that shot like Steph did this summer? He passed up on an open LeBron and an open KD to take a double-covered shot.
Trey wouldn't get that shot. Trey wouldn't get that shot. It would be LeBron, it would be KD. It wouldn't be Trey because he hasn't built up that resume that Steph has.
And I don't think he has the clutch gene. Steph knew what he was doing. He
I
knew he was
literally-
going to be double-teamed and still shot that.
I literally just mentioned that he's leading the league in clutch.
I just don't think he has the clutch gene like Steph, though. That's what like we're
He
arguing.
doesn't have that winning DNA, but he could be close.
At least not as consistent. This year's great.
Like Robert Horry has a clutch. Oh my gosh, Robert Horry has a clutch gene. You know, like what's his name?
Lake Monk did last year against the Clippers when they
Oh
went
my
like
gosh, I've been up
176
for
to
30 hours. What's the like Ray Allen? Ray Allen. Yeah, Ray Allen is a clutch gene.
Back out to Allen.
Yeah, that was a good take though. That was hot for sure. I love you. That's hotter than my head.
They didn't change my mind. Just I'm not defeated. We need to move on.
All right, we're just gonna split this in the middle.
Thank you. And then that's where you censor us.
Yeah,
That's right. They're cut off.
There we
It's
go.
just me
There we
and Katie.
go.
We're just gonna talk like this.
There we go.
But no, I'm gonna switch gears completely. I love the hot takes. Love the hot takes. Really good first ones. Do I agree with them?
tip.
No, but I get them. But
It's like you don't tip. He doesn't tip at restaurants.
this is. I'm gonna have to explain this because it's gonna look really bad. It literally says. Let me see if I can do this.
For what?
Tips for what? Tips for what? And the reason why I say this is because you guys have been in fast food. You've been into like a
you're
Subway.
serious?
Oh yeah, I haven't worked for.
No. I'm saying like you've been into. I work for fast food.
I'm a delivery driver right now.
Yes.
Yes.
I understand if
like
you
tips.
do work. Like for example, a delivery driver should get a tip. Someone that makes the food should get a tip.
Who works like
Correct.
for the
Yeah,
not
but-
just like taps a register.
Exactly, and that's where I get the issue with. They always ask tip, and I go 0 because
No,
all
I
you
do the
did was
same
push
thing.
the thing.
Yeah.
It frustrates me so
I
much.
mean-
I don't know why there's an option there.
It happened like after COVID when like it never that was not a thing before COVID.
No.
and it just became a thing during COVID. And if they're not like waiting my table and like providing me with service, I'm not giving them a tip.
And I'm also going to be honest, there's sometimes, other than waiters, because waiters kind of live on tips, like with not Jimmy John's, but the people that make the sandwiches, I'll tend to not, I mean, I will tip them because I'm nice, but I also don't see a reason for a tip because they're not being cut like waiters do, at least to my knowledge. They're not being, like waiters get cut
like
below
$2 an
minimum.
hour.
Yeah.
They get below, so I understand the tips for that, absolutely. But if you're getting paid the minimum wage and you're still asking for a tip, to me, that's just like, I don't like it. I'm like, you're getting paid for what you're doing, and maybe you're a college student, okay, I'll give you a $1, $2, but don't be expecting like more than $4 at most, and that's like lucky.
Yeah.
I just get a little frustrated with it because I'm like, there's no point in you asking for a tip, especially if you're at a cashier and you don't do anything.
Can I take this a little farther?
Yeah.
You should tip because the system is the way it is, and you just gotta. It's better that way. But this tipping system is flawed, and we should have a system where there is no tipping, even with waiters and waitresses and stuff. Tipping started in the 40s and 50s as a way for like owners and like business owners and CEOs to think, hey, we gotta cut cost. What's a clever way to not have to pay our employees and stuff? And they made it where it's basically like, hey, if you just like make it be up to the customers for some reason to like reimburse our employees when you come into our restaurant, like maybe people will be okay with that and stuff. And it's ridiculous. It's stupid. Like they should pay waitresses and waiters enough money. It shouldn't be up to the customers to like
make up for the
pay the
companies.
salary of your waiters and waitresses. That's ridiculous. That's a weird concept.
Yeah, because then they don't even
other country because it's weird because if you do that in any other country, it's like it's kind of challenging. Like it's like very bringing capitalism over to that country and stuff.
Yeah.
Like to a fault.
And this is coming from someone who is a delivery driver, and it's like, I understand.
And, no, please tip me. Like, if they don't pay me enough. Yeah, absolutely. But I'd rather just get enough. Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, like you said, they don't pay enough right now. But if they were to pay you enough, then you wouldn't have to worry about it.
Don't tip me. Yeah, exactly.
Like that's the whole point.
Yeah, it's dumb. And also, delivery fees don't go to delivery drivers, and that's ridiculous. Like, so I use my own car, and mileage is a very small percentage and stuff. There's absolutely nothing that like Jimmy John's spends on me, like except for my very low salary because I make enough in tips and stuff. And so the delivery fees per hour is usually more than how much I make an hour. So like by having a delivery, like their delivery department at Jimmy John's, they're making a profit with them and stuff. And so yeah, it's dumb.
Do they reimburse you at all for gas?
A little bit, yeah.
Only a little?
Not a ton. It's just a little. Not fully, but yeah.
That's crazy.
It is.
You would think they would reimburse, but I guess also they got to leave it up to you just in case. I mean, you're trustworthy, but maybe there's a driver out there that's like, let me get some extra money, and they like drive around.
Yeah.
But then you're still wasting it, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm
really
still
get it.
using the gas. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I don't understand it, but that was my thing. Again, it's not a hot take. It's just
I agree.
No, that's a good take. I like that. Was a really good one.
Besides waiters, obviously, because they get paid like $2 an hour.
Exactly.
Everyone else, you don't need tips.
There's certain circumstances where it's like, okay, because you get paid less, or maybe you do a lot more than what you're expected.
Barbers.
I work at Chick-fil-A, and Chick-fil-A we don't get tips, and I don't mind. I'm like, yeah, because we want to do the work because we're trying to feed you. We already get paid enough. We're just trying to, service you. So that's another thing. But I feel like these last few weeks, I've never had a hot take. I just keep having like opinions because I get frustrated.
They
about
work
it.
well. Yeah, I like it because I always come with something so hot, and then it's nice to have something that's like people actually agree with it and it makes sense, it's rational.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good balance.
And through the last 2 weeks now, we've had maybe 3 weeks. At least the last 2 weeks. The last episode was 33 minutes of hot takes. We now have had probably about 24 minutes of hot takes. So let's change it after the last 50. We've literally had pretty much one of our older shows is like an hour 14. We're trying to cut it back to 30. Be nice, be cool.
This will be like 40.
This might be reaching 40.
Yeah.
And so basically over the last 2 weeks, we've pretty much made up one of our old episodes. That's crazy. One of our older episodes was more than 2 episodes. But either way.
That was like what, like us. We had like over hour long episodes.
Exactly.
And now
Bringing
we
it
have
back
to cut
soon.
them down.
We are.
We are.
Maybe.
We are. Yes, we are.
Wait,
Bring it back
we
to hour
or
30s.
this?
We're touching all bases. Is bringing back the hour 30s.
Check out Touching All Bases
Check it
every Thursday.
Every Monday and
it out.
Thursdays. Check it
Friday
out.
at 2
Plugged.
p.m.
Friday at 2 p.m. Yeah, Mondays and Fridays at 2 p.m. Check them out.
Mondays.
We're doing the hour and a half shows, kind of 45-minute segments and stuff. Yeah. Katie already said we're doing that.
Really?
I
So-
told
Really?
Jackson.
Hour
Well,
and a
that
half?
is so. I can't be there for the
Creator of the show does not know about what's going
I told
on.
it Jackson tomorrow. It's already set. So
So I would have to
3 of
leave
the
about
5 are good.
45 minutes.
on Thursday we're gonna do
50% rule.
whatever time works for you for 90 minutes on Thursday, And yeah, you're skipping.
It won't work.
Jackson taught you your professor. We're skipping.
Okay, thanks, Jackson.
Yeah, of course.
I love that Jackson's just taking so much initiative.
Yeah, since when was Jackson
Yeah,
like?
he's run the touching all bases burner for like a year now. So, yeah.
Oh, was he that?
hilarious.
Was he that
Since
big, dude?
before the show.
For like 4 months or whatever. I don't know how long we've been doing it.
All right, well, they may be filming on Thursdays, but we are filming right now. And while we are filming right now, we will be ranking. I don't know, is that a good transition? I tried.
was amazing.
I tried. All right,
I like that.
we be ranking is our next topic.
Touching all bases was such an impasta on this show. And speaking of pasta, now we will be ranking.
Pasta, I only eat pasta with no sauce, only Parmesan cheese.
That's all
I like
take.
vodka.
That has to be like the fifth strike. That has to be.
I like vodka.
She's done.
Vodka.
It's like,
Yeah.
I hate.
Are you saying that just because
Sauce.
I like vodka sauce?
Yeah, I was trying to steal your thing.
Oh, okay.
No, I do like vodka sauce though. It is really good.
who invited Riley on?
Yeah.
You changed this episode time just so I could be on
We
here.
changed
And then
it
you
for
showed
you.
up and you were like, I hate your show. And
I've never
Trey was
watched
the
it.
best, and
No. Fun fact: I actually have watched every episode.
She said, "Ick is an umbrella."
You're like, I don't watch the show. What am I gonna do?
We're very happy you were able to join us, but we do
hate
have this
touching
one
all
less,
bases.
and I'm excited for this Weeby ranking. So as you see on the screen, it says Weeby ranking shapes of pasta. Now I am not ranking, but they are. I'm gonna this is not I. You guys will be blindly ranking pasta.
How many we get?
This is
You get
stressful.
4. Because be for real. 4.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Knew that.
Always 4. No, you're good. So 1 through 4, rank it wherever you want on 1 through 4, and then you gotta keep it there. You cannot adjust it. Once
I
it's
watch
there,
TikTok.
Yeah, this is a TikTok thing. Yeah, we got it.
I'm
You're
stressed.
walking on thin ice.
I watch TikTok.
All of our viewers might not know. My grandma watches this show. She's gonna be so confused.
Okay,
Please
good.
cut him off.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Nobody walks in here, thinks she knows what she's doing. She thought she's the queen of it.
Riley, okay?
She's the new queen of the U.S. now. It's like, oh, the whole thing. All right, but either way, no, we got 4 types of pasta that I will be giving you. I have like probably like 20 on here. I don't know, an insane amount, 22 or 18. So we have 18 on here. I'm gonna give you 4 of them, probably the 4 most common that you might think, maybe not. And I want you guys to rank it. So as soon as you put it on the board, it is locked. You cannot move it once we move on to the next
I'm
pasta.
gonna have to look up these pictures.
So the first pasta I want to rank that I'll be giving you is shells.
Ooh.
Oh,
Usually these are macaroni. Usually these are macaroni because they're like the little shells. If you guys don't know what shells are, they legitimately look like a seashell just in pasta
Are
form.
we revealing them each time?
Damn.
You don't have to if you don't want. You can
I'll put them. I'll put them.
Oh, at 1.
You
Wow.
can just say it real quick, yeah.
Absolutely.
Putting shells at 3.
3 and 2.
Stuffed shells. Is that pasta? Would that count?
Is that not ravioli?
No. That like includes the sauce.
Well, mine's locked in.
Ew.
I hate my list. All right.
Oh, you thought shells was ravioli?
No, I thought that would be included. But no, I like.
'Cause the shells look-
Honestly, shells could still be number 1.
The shells look like this. They're like the macaroni.
Yeah, no, I love those.
Okay.
Those are still. That still could be
Yeah.
number 1.
Yeah, okay. So we got shells. That's the first one. Second one, we're gonna go with angel hair. Classic angel
Let me see
hair.
what
Like
angel looks like.
angel hair is
Spaghetti?
like spaghetti.
Okay. I'm gonna try to spell spaghetti.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
S-P-A.
Spaghetti.
Is that right?
Spaghetti.
That looks
Spaghetti.
right.
That-
That looks very
I
right.
think so.
It's good enough for be for real.
Oh, that's
I'm
definitely
putting angel hair at 4.
We have-
Okay.
They're-
Oh, pessimistic.
They're
Boring.
But
They
you
have-
know what? He's doing basic ones, and I bet you're like a stuffy pasta fan. And I bet, yeah, that's gonna. You're gonna I don't like the mainstream pasta shit. You know? You're gonna put. You're like 4,
this is-
3, 2. These are all whack. You're so mainstream. Yeah, I like the.
Well, angel hair is
you're an
always
Indian
good.
Pasta fan. You know, like all that, yeah.
Personally, I probably right now resonate most with Katie, from what I know right now, because I'm not a big shells guy. Every time I have shells, it's always burnt. People just can't seem to cook shells right, but that's beside the point. When they are good for mac and cheese, it's really good. It's like a 2 or 1, but for me right now, I'm kind of towards what Katie.
Yeah, I think shells is only good for mac and cheese, but it's really good for mac and cheese. It's the best for
It's-
mac and cheese.
Yes.
But like you can't have like spaghetti. Wait, that's a type of pasta. You can't have like tomato sauce on shells. Like that's.
That's true.
You can't do
Could,
that.
it's just not
You
the
can
same.
butter
can't
It's
do
not the
that.
same. It's
Butter
not the
'em.
same.
If alphabet's next, I'm gonna be so sad. It's fine.
The next one is alpha. No, I'm joking. It's not good. It's penne. Do you guys know what penne is?
Let me see it.
Oh,
Penne is like
it's like the
they're like the
tubes.
tubes.
Oh,
They're like the tubes, the diagonal
yeah.
tubes.
hard. It's hard to say.
P-E-N-N-E. Penne.
P-E.
You ever use one as a straw though when you're doing like sauce?
No,
Yeah, that's
See-
that's gross. That's an ick.
Penne is a great pasta.
I tried it once when I was little.
Because the sauce can get like stuck in the middle.
I hate the sauce.
So then you get like more sauce with every bite of pasta. Riley?
You have a,
No
don't
sauce.
Don't you have a class?
Butter?
You always have a class.
No.
You always have a class.
Butter,
Grade 12. Go to your
butter and Parmesan cheese on top.
Don't you have
butter.
photos?
Do you melt the butter or do you just like mix it like?
Melted.
Okay, but no, that is really.
Like throw it in the
That's-
microwave, melt it down, then drizzle it over top.
That is better than
mix
sauce.
No, like a glob of butter like in it, and then it melts into
Oh,
the
'cause the heat,
microwave.
'cause
I feel like
Okay.
we could have a whole episode about your like hot takes just for
It's just gonna be Riley for real.
Just unpopular opinions.
beef for
She
Riley.
doesn't
It's
like
just a whole-
chocolate.
That's the two-person show. It's unpopular opinions.
Yeah.
It's me and you just say like.
Basically, just talking about Trae Young,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We could have a series about Trae Young.
and if Luka knew about the trade.
If we had a series where we had to stay on subject and only talk about Trae Young, every week we'd go over an hour limit. The rest of the semester.
You're gonna
I
have
wouldn't
like
have
10
that
hours
much
by like the 5th
Oh
episode.
my gosh.
Exactly. Every week we have to get cut off. Yeah. All right.
Well, the last one I have, which I think you just pretty much
wanna-
called what Katie did. She went 4-3-2, so she's going to 1.
I'm nervous.
The last one is bow tie.
Oh, darn it.
I would have.
I nailed it. I got it. I got my list. This is exactly how I feel. Why did I put a W like that? A W like a U and like 2 U's. I guess it's called a W.
Katie feels like would you want to put bow
Boom.
tie?
I would have put bow tie last.
Bow tie last.
I would have put bow
You're
tie
trying
third.
too hard.
I would
Why
have.
does it need to be that shape?
they
It
pulled it
doesn't
off.
add any experience to the pasta.
But it's pretty.
It's pretty. They
It's
pulled
really
it off.
not.
It's garnish.
They pulled it off.
Kind of chuggy. I feel like bow tie pasta is chuggy. Yeah.
Trying too hard. It's
Well, I've
like look at
never
me.
heard that.
I'm all
Like
fancy.
bow tie pasta and chevron give the same vibes.
I'm not your average pasta.
I'll give you this.
A little bit of that. Yeah.
Bow tie pasta is good if it's made correctly, but it's so hard to make correctly. Usually it's always overcooked, just like shells.
but
If
you
they ever
gotta
try to do
appreciate-
it.
when you say
They're always
good-
like hard and they never really last
And
well because of the way it's made.
Also, you can only have bow tie pasta as pesto pasta.
Ew.
Yeah.
You can't have vodka bow tie pasta.
No.
Hey.
I really wanted fettuccine to be on this list.
That's why I was going to do fettuccine or angel hair.
Alfredo, to be honest.
No.
Fettuccine's great, but
Omelet soup, chicken Alfredo.
fettuccine would have probably been 1 for all of
Wait,
you.
what
Yeah,
does that look like?
fettuccine's like
Fettuccine's like
top
angel hair,
noodle.
but it's flat. It's thicker though.
so
It's
good.
like
Oh, fettuccine is so good.
Yes.
That's
No.
I thought you were
Fettuccine
going to say
butter and Parmesan
fettuccine.
is probably my
Since you were
favorite
saying
That would've
basic
been
one,
two.
so I was saving fettuccine for
no,
one.
no,
pasta. No,
fettuccine.
mac and cheese is my favorite. pasta.
Fettuccine to me is a basic one, but since I did angel hair, I'm like I'm not going to do too
Yeah,
long, so I went
fair.
different. I did
should've
different
known.
shapes.
I should have known.
No,
Don't
you're good. It's your first time.
Angel hair fettuccine.
Angel hair fettuccine. So
I
can we
gotta-
just? I like how you didn't even spell bow tie. You
Yeah,
just
who
wrote it out.
cares?
I got a fettuccine.
So real quick, do you guys want to go over what you had ranked over there, and like which one would you switch? How would you actually?
Oh yeah, I showed it for like a whole minute, but
Whoa.
angel hair, shells, and then I would have switched these two, but
So you had penne and bow tie. So really, you were pretty close to yours. You just had one switch.
yeah.
All right.
I would have definitely had penne at number 1. I would have had bow tie last. I can't decide between angel hair and shells, because shells, like in my mind, you can only have it with mac and cheese, and angel hair, there's a lot more like versatility. No, I guess no.
Versatility?
Only, yeah.
I wasn't gonna correct it, but yeah, it's like go ahead.
Thank you.
I felt bad. I was like,
What did Drew say? Oh my gosh.
I don't know
I'm
what he said.
demasculinizing instead of demasculating. That was so funny.
There's certain words like I just like say wrong, and like I'll like learn like a new word that I've said wrong my whole life, like probably once a week.
Dang.
Like what
hey, at
was-
least you're learning. You're
I learned that charismatic doesn't mean caring like a few months ago.
charismatic, really?
Yes.
That's
I always
charisma.
thought it meant caring.
It's charisma, yeah.
It's Riz.
Yeah.
what I said.
I would always be like, my mom's very charismatic.
Your mom's got Riz. That's what
Katie's mom is very charismatic, guys. That's all I gotta know. But you said you switched the bow tie to the bottom. Kaden, you wanna wrap us up with
Yeah, of course. I definitely have a fettuccine fetish. That'd be number 1. Shells at 2, bow tie at 3. I have to look at it. Spaghetti at 4, and
Penne.
penne
Penne.
at 4.
Peen.
This is 100% a perfect list. Shells, so mac and cheese is my favorite pasta. I'm just different like that. And and so I love it. Like a white cheddar shells mac and cheese is so good. Bow tie pulls off what it's going for. It's flashy in a great way. Pasta has so many different shapes and stuff, and so that flash is 100% needed. Spaghetti is fine, and penne I'd say is below fine. So yeah, I love this list. It's perfect.
Fair. I would say I did actually find out spaghetti is a different type than angel hair.
Oh, well.
Shockingly enough, but a lot of people use angel
Is
hair.
angel hair like thinner?
Yeah, I
guess.
think so.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what they have it on here, but it's a photo from who knows. I don't even know who this person is. Real simple. That's what it's
That wouldn't change my list, so we're good. It's still
But yeah, it's still fine. It's like that's the angel hair spaghetti. If I'm going, I'd probably go penne first, just because I like it. I see it a lot more into like, I don't know what it is that I usually have it in, but I have it in something. I usually have it like Olive Garden whenever they have
It's
it.
hard to stab. That's why it's fourth for me.
Yeah.
It's hard to like get a lot.
That's when you
I
actually-
guess I
no,
probably-
you
I
take the
probably
fork.
eat, like more faster than you do.
But that's when you
Like,
take-
It's frustrating for me.
That's when you-
I can't slow down like that.
If you can't
Okay.
stab, like usually you should be able to just stab, but if you can't, then you like scoop it with the fork, so there's the hole, and then you have like this stoke from the fork, and then. One at
I
a
didn't mean to
time.
offend. Maybe you pig out. Maybe you're eating so fast, like crazy.
Yeah, you
I
really
didn't mean to
offended me by saying that I don't eat fast.
I didn't mean to
What?
stereotype you. Maybe you get spaghetti, you're just like, ooh, you know, like 100%. You know, I don't mean to stereotype.
Gulping it down.
I
All right.
apologize.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I appreciate the apology.
Pigs come in all shapes and sizes. You know, you never know and stuff. So, yeah.
That is insane.
I don't mean to stereotype.
And
I would just
I'm not
assume-
going to be ending on that one. I'll tell you my 4, and then we'll end it because we don't need to end on that type of comment. All right, so penne would be 1, shells would be 2, bow ties 3, just because every time I've had a bow tie, it's always been like crusty or hard. It's just not good. But when it is made perfect, it's like the number 1 out. And then angel hair just because it's basic. So,
fair.
but that is mine. That's it for the episode. I think we still hit like 40 minutes. So I need to find Zach. Zach was able to put a timer up. We were able to get it. Yeah, everything.
Well, Grant can't.
We're being real. We're giving you the whole behind the scenes. No, Grant and I tried for like an hour, which is why we were later. But either way, that is all for us. Riley, Katie, thank you for being on the first time. You guys did
Yes, of
great.
course.
for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely, you guys had a great time, even though Riley walked a very thin line.
I had so much fun.
Yeah, Riley's on.
She's not gonna go back and watch this. She's not gonna ask her parents to watch this. She's gonna be like,
No, I'm gonna tell my mom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell my mom that I stood my ground on my hot take.
is she an Atlanta fan too?
Yeah, they're all.
First ballot Hall of Fame.
Where's Val Hall of Fame? She's just changing her hot take every time. She's gonna have to
That's
like,
next week. That's next week.
I'm surprised that you didn't just choose Trae Young to be king.
Goat.
I wasn't
Yeah,
gonna say that because like.
You should have. No, he would have been snubbed for it.
Yeah.
Just like the All-Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you, Riley. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Caden, as always. Guys, we'll catch you next week. And as always, until next week, be for real, stay real. We'll see you then.
Whoa.